Hey, Dr. 5 here, and welcome for the breakdown of the second trailer for Ghost in the Shell. Uh, this is simple. What we're gonna do is just gonna play some parts. I will come back, go frame by frame, and show you all the Easter eggs or some details or reference that can be interesting for you. There's gonna be some spoilers, a bit of a theory because I have one theory. I think it should not be far from the truth. So we will see. First, we can start with this nice shot of what I assume is Newport City, where the story is gonna happen. We can see already that we have some two nice product placement. I don't know if you see them. I give you 3 seconds. Here we go. Heineken and Adidas. Take a look at it. Here we go. Oh, look at them. Nice, huh? Okay, so let's play the first part and comment on this. Okay, so on this first part, what do we have here? We have Batu entering a building. I think there is something here. The building is called Maciej, and I think it's kind of a way to thanks Maciej Kusiara, which is a guy who has done a lot of the artworks for the movie. Like, for example, those things here, it's from him. I will put a link to his website in the description. He's has worked on several movies and is doing a really good job. So feel free to check his artworks. What we got next is some people connected to the net. I assume they're praying or connected together or something, sharing their ghosts, like in the second season of Ghost in the Shell standalone complex. Maybe I'm wrong, we will see that later. Now we have a nice entrance from Batu. Yeah, we can see with his good old short haircut, the flat top, and the two ranger highs. Oh, if you want something funny, just Google Batu cosplay. It's the #1 source of cringe since the then the movies and the manga was out. It's so funny. Just do a little favor to yourself. Just Google it. It's really fun. Anyway. So we're going a bit further here. We have the major in action with what I think is 2 characters. So we should have here Ishikawa on the left and probably Togusa on the right. Yeah, so you see them here. Now, second part.
I've been watching you. You have to remember.
I saw someone down there. He wasn't human.
He's a known terrorist, and he's killed again.
They didn't just kill them. They hacked into their minds.
So let's stop here. That character that is getting hacked, you can see him actually earlier in the trailer, in the beginning of that second part. Here you can see him in what seems to be a briefing room. Then we see some characters, like here is Aramaki, played by Takeshi Kitano. We also have here the puppets that are hacking. That is directly taken from the first episode of the first season of Ghost in the Shell standalone complex. So that's this in here, it has been tweaked a bit. Now I would like to stop here on this specific frame because that guy here is kind of explaining a few things, and I think is a key character. I actually think he's the villain. We're gonna come back on that later, or one of the villains at least. Here we can see nice Togusa. We're gonna come back on here later, but what we can already see here is that he's wearing this kind of neck hub. So some characters in the universe sometimes wearing this as a protection or a way to communicate secretly with people. So as you know, they have a connection in the back of their neck to a direct connection to their brain. and they can use this and have like an extensive cable that they can plug then to other people like Aramaki that you see here from the TV show. So you see also that a guy next scene, actually here we go, he's also wearing one. That can also help them in some specific cases when, for example, you want to connect to a computer or you want to connect to something and you're afraid to be hacked. There is like a protection in this, so this is gonna like burn and not your brain. So a lot of people use it also as a way to directly connect to someone or as a protection when you're hacking. So you will see several characters using them. Here you have check at another character. Here is Borma. You see his face here, different approach on him. I also wonder where is Saito. We're not seeing Saito at all in the trailer, and it's my favorite character. I would have loved to have a bit more of Saito, but we already had a look at all the other character. Also Paz is missing, but I guess we're not gonna see them all. Okay, so let's move now to the next section.
Into their minds.
He's everywhere and nowhere.
I will find him. And I will kill him.
So nothing special in this session. You see a closer look at Togusa, and I'm wondering where is the mule, because that haircut should be here. It's too bad they didn't put it. Maybe it's kind of having a small one, but I was really expecting that to be like really like the 80s look like. But anyway, we're gonna have to deal with it. You can see a bit of his neck protection here, his neck hub. So then for the rest of this scene that we're gonna talk later, because we'll have a closer look at it. Here it's straight up the opening, the first scene of the movie, the original movie, so nothing special here. And the next scene, you already have seen it in the previous trailer. So let's just jump to the next section here.
You never talk about your past.
I don't remember much. Just fragments.
There was an attack.
You were dying. We saved you. And now you save others.
So here we have a close look at Batu's car. Batu is a fan of old cars, car from our century. So they made kind of an original one. We're gonna have a closer look later, so I'm not gonna talk too much about it. Here you can just see that they have original car design. So let's just move. Here we can see that Badu has not his eyes yet, so I guess he will get them during the movie due to an accident or something. I'm a bit disappointed that he's not getting his ranger's eyes already, but yeah. Here I have no idea who that guy is. Here is an explosion. That's maybe actually when Badu's getting his eyes or is getting really badly hurt. Here, that guy that you see here, it's actually kind of a doctor. It's like the cyber doctors. If you look at the movie or the TV show, that's what doctors wearing when they work on the cyber bodies. So just a small detail here. Here, this is the opening of the movie. You already seen that. Here we go. Next shot.
Everything they told you was a lie. You had a family. Remember that.
But I...
Okay, so on this part, what we have is a nice look at Newport City again. A bit more of the major shots. Here we have the puppet master, the bad guys, but we're gonna come back on him later because in the next shots you will see his face, so it's much more interesting. Here you have the major having kind of like a dream or a vision, because you can see that it seems that she's here in the background and that someone is implanting something in her body. I don't know, that's a weird scene. It's probably kind of she's getting hacked or she's in discussion with the puppet master and he's showing her something. Anyway, here she's waking up. You've seen that iconic shot from the movie and the manga. Really nice. Here another view of Newport City during the day. They have done a really good job for this. Here you've seen this in the previous trailer. So once again, nothing much here. Let's go to the next section when things are going much more interesting.
What a beauty you are.
So in this section you see Motoko's driving a motorcycle. It's a really nice looking one. I'm just a bit disappointed. I would love to have the actually the design of the bike from Arise. Like here. I think that would have been nice, but still looking pretty badass. And so here Motoko's in the club. I see nice dodging a bullet, and look at that face. You look like my next mistake. She's that's a problem when you go frame by frame. Sometimes you have to see those nice face from Scarlett Johansson. Okay, so she's dodging bullets. That guy in the back found it really funny. Oh, we're having so much fun. And then we go here, entering a building. She's getting tased, but it's not in the same scene. Here, red outfit, and then like also a suit she's wearing. So this is not the same scene. Here she's getting tased. It seems that she's trying to fight back, as you can see here, but in the end they control her. So that's probably then we arrive to the next scene with the puppet master.
What do you want from me?
They did not save your life. They stole it.
Really important plot information in that part. We're gonna have more later. I'm gonna come back on all the story later on when there's gonna be all the spoilers. But here you have a closer look at the puppet master, which I actually think is two-person combined. So if you look at his body appearance, he looked like Hideo Kuse from Standalone Complex Second Gig. He also had this connection with the Major, like in the anime. They have a connection about their past, so it seems that he knows her past. And he's also having this kind of puppet master hacking things. So since they combine things from the TV show and the movie, I think they kind of put those two characters together, the puppet master and Hideo Kuse, in one person. You will get another look at him later. So this is actually how he looks in the anime, and then this is how he looks later on. We have like 1 or 2 1 second shot at him. So you see they really look pretty similar, and I think it's not just randomness, and I think it's really a combination of those two together. So that's a really important thing. We can go to the next shot.
How many were there before me?
She was supposed to have a clean brain. I order you to terminate.
They created me, but they cannot control me.
So now we're in the last part of the trailer where everything is revealed. So let's first go quickly once again through it, and then frame by frame again on some small details. So here you have the Major talking to Aramaki about how many was there before me. Then you have these scenes that it's in the beginning of the movie. Then you have that guy again that was in the beginning, if you remember. Here it is. Yeah, remember? Okay. And now he's looking not that happy, so I think he's actually one of the bad guys, and why I will explain you this immediately, just before you can see the tank here. So that's gonna be in the third act of the movie. So the plot, basically, when you go also with that last sentence.
They created me, but they cannot control me.
Okay, so when you just listen to this and you put everything together, it seems that the Major had an accident. They kind of put her in a like cyborg body, and she's helping the government, but in fact they stole her identity. So she had a past, she had a family, so they kind of, yeah, really stole her identity, wiped her memory, put her in a cyborg body, and now they're using her. But it seems that the puppet master slash Hideo Kuze is helping her to find back who she is, really. And so she's probably gonna turn on the government that's gonna then try to wipe her memory back again or to stop her. And that's where they're gonna send a tank probably to stop her or just kill her. And that's the time that Batu is gonna try to help her. So you can see the tank here, and you will see, yeah, Batu helping her. I don't know if it's at the same time, but as in the previous movie, it's probably gonna show up. So what we want to take a look at here, it's a small detail here, it's the car. I don't know if we can have a nice look at the engine on the back. Not really. Okay, so the car is built from a Lotus car, an old one. So there is an article, a nice article about that. You will find the link in the description if you want to know more. But that goes with what I said before with Batu's love for old cars. So here the car is N22. That's what is written on the engine. So that's a really good looking car. All the details again in the description. Just check it. Here we have this iconic scene from the first movie. So we'll what I want to do before talking about more, I just want you to take a look at those two things next to each other.
You're supposed to have a clean brain. I order you to terminate.
We have a nice close look at the tank in the end here, and you can compare it with how the tank looked in the previous movie. I think it's pretty well done. And here we go with the nice Robocop quote. I want to hear it one again.
They created me, but they cannot control me.
Robocop 2017. That was my first reaction when I heard it. So yeah, I think that you have the plot of the movie. You saw that that guy from the government. I want to come back on him just like a few seconds again to make sure that we got it. So here, it seems it's the one behind the Major getting used, and it really seems that he's gonna be the bad guy in the end, the one who's sending the tank or something. So yeah, that's pretty much all for this trailer. I hope you liked this video. Now I would like to talk more a bit what happened the last week on the channel. I was playing online some Ghost in the Shell standalone complex first as online. So that's Counter-Strike look-like game that is on Steam, still in beta test, but pretty much open beta, so everyone can play. I had some problems streaming, so there was no video. I was streaming a bit, but it was not working as good as I wanted. So there's gonna be more Ghost in the Shell coming, because that's my thing. I promise I'm gonna do more about Ghost in the Shell this year, so there's gonna be more coming. Stay tuned. If you want to have more information, you can always subscribe so you will know when the video is coming out. So I just hope that you liked this one, and I will see you next week for another video.